Well, now, since leaving Max Robertson, these cars have received very careful treatment. And I think it's very cheering for anyone who's going to buy a car to know exactly what that treatment is and that they are really getting some paint. Well, what happens when they first arrive in this department is they have a chemical spray put on which makes the paint stick to the shell, and it also, I believe, prevents rust. We shall hear a little more about that in a minute. Then they have 2 coats of paint on the outside and 1 on the inside, and they then go into a tunnel and stay there for 45 minutes with their baked. It's a drying oven, and they get a pretty hot time in there. When they come out, they're sanded down in order to get a nice smooth surface. They have a ground coat of paint put on them, and then they go through a washing process. They're washed very carefully, they're dried, and then they get another washing process of a mixture of water and petrol. Sounds a bit of luxury, that, using petrol for that, but that does leave the job really smooth and clean and ready for these final 2 coats, which they're getting in this end of the chain, so to speak, where I'm standing. And as soon as they pass through here, they're wheeled away into, I can see 4 ovens away there, just about 20 yards away. They're wheeled in there, left there for another hour, and then they are taken out and inspected. And if they get through that all right, then they go on to the next department. Well, now, standing next to me here, I've got Phil Russmore, the superintendent. And first of all, I'd like to ask you what sort of colours we got here for the car.
Well, we're running Ford at present moment. The one you see in front of us now is Channel Green. And we run honey beige, Essex blue, and black.
Channel green, that sounds very thick.
Yes, well, it's rather a pleasing colour, I think.
We've got some honey beige ones here at the moment.
That's correct. They're followed, you see, by honey beige, following this one up now.
Well, now, how many a day do you get through here?
Well, we're running approximately now about 280 a day. That's roughly between 30 and 40 an hour for a 9-hour day. But that's not our capacity, you know.
Poor motorists, I bet their mouths are watering hearing that.
Oh, I can imagine that. Mine, too.
Well, how many are rejects? I said when they go to the inspector, they don't all pass, do they?
Well, no, it's pretty difficult to guarantee 100% on every job. We'll get little metal defects and small paint defects. Well, they average out to about 20 a day.
Well, that's pretty good day.
Well, that's really a bad day, too.
And how long does each car spend with you after it's left Max Robertson before it goes on?
Well, by the time we receive the body shell from bone to rise until its inspection here, as you just described, is 5 hours.
That's not bad. Quite a long time, then.
Well, no, not very long. We don't get much time to work on them, but...
Now, what about the health of all the boys here in this department?
Peculiar you should mention that. Now, the absenteeism among spraymen is remarkably low. And the absenteeism among spraymen, as I mentioned, is remarkably low because there's nothing injurious in the paint that affects their health. It doesn't contain lead or anything like that. And they're also permitted or they're allowed to have milk every day.
Oh, they get a free supply.
Oh, yes.
That's up to me.
I won't say a free supply, but anyhow, milk is available here for them.
All right, and I can have a spot after, can I?
Well, I'm going to just defend now, see what sort of job you're going to do later on for
Well,
me.
but that brings me to the fact that this is a very skilled job up this end.
Oh, it is. This is the sprayman's goal. This is the final spray booth. And they have to really go through a lot of training, and they've got to become highly proficient before we allow them to apply the final coat.
Well, now, if I was starting in here, where would I start then?
Well, you wouldn't start here. You'd have to start in the back end, definitely, because you're inexperienced. But would you like to try this job now?
Well, I'm not going to go away without it. I can promise you.
Well, all right. Well, you can start on this job.
I'll just hand over my microphone to someone, if I may, to hold it. I've got 2 pairs of white gloves, by the way, rather like Nick Minstrel's I'm putting on. And I've got a crowd here, and I want them to stand back, because anything may happen. I've got this spray in my hand now. It's rather like a pistol. I feel rather like a gangster. And I'm going to spray the front of the car, just where the radiator and the bumper will be. And stand back, boys, because I'm going to spray, and you'll hear it. I'm going to put this mask over my face, and you'll just hear this spray. Here goes. Right now, Mr. Russmore, let's have your verdict on that. What sort of shooting was that?
It's not too bad for a start, but that job is definitely a reject.
A reject?
Oh, definitely.
You mean to say I got the set?
Oh, yes. I'm afraid that you'll have to make a lot more progress before we can permit you to spray the final coat.
Well, I apologize to the factory for wasting one perfectly good car, but anyhow, it's certainly assurance some motorist he's not going to get that one. And so, thank you very much, boys, for letting me interrupt you here in your work. I'm sorry to have given you a reject. And now we're going to see what happens after these cars go through that drying oven in front of me. They pass the inspector, and they go up a chain, and they join John Edison upstairs.